quite an impressive piece of equipment you got there, Darren.
Okay, yeah, thanks Dave. This is called the Atlas Orthogonal Adjusting Instrument. Dr. Roy Sweat developed this, I think it was back in 1985 in Atlanta, Georgia, over in the States. And he's been refining the art of adjusting the atlas bone for quite a number of years. And he really has brought it to a level of being able to adjust the atlas bone now very precisely. More importantly, very gently as well. A common saying of Dr. Sweat's would be, light is right. What they found is the lighter you adjusted the body, the better the body responded to the adjustment. And I like that. Well, there's many different chiropractic techniques out there, but they're all trying to achieve the same goal. And what I found worked best for my complaint, and therefore I do this and share it with everyone else now, is this particular technique that I'm practicing that allows me to apply the adjustment with as much accuracy as I can and using the least force that is required. So I was very attracted to the light force techniques that we do. Now, you've seen the x-rays.
Yeah.
You can see how we measured from the x-rays where the atlas bone is in relationship to the head, where the head is. Is the atlas bone rotated this way or this way? Where is the neck that's holding up the head? And we're able to measure as precisely as we can from the x-rays, take those measurements from the x-rays now and transpose those measurements onto this table. So from those measurements we're now able to set up
with you.
these angles on this table here. As the table does look scary, it is very gentle. This is a headpiece here. The head rests on the headpiece. The person is the face here, lays on their side, the head resting on the edge of the headpiece here. Once we set up the angles, we align this probe and lock it in to the atlas bone. So the precision in which we're adjusting the atlas is quite high. The head is supported on the headpiece so the atlas can move around the head in the direction that is required. And we apply a very gentle adjustment that realigns the atlas in its required position back underneath the head. It's very gentle. As scary as the instrument looks, I had you come and place your finger over here before on the probe and we adjusted your finger. What did you feel?
Very light pressure.
Very, very light pressure. There's actually a shock wave or a vibration that is sent down through this probe. A hammer in here that actually taps the probe. It sends a little shock wave, a compression wave through the probe that makes the adjustment for us.
So Darren, how do you know exactly when you've got this atlas bone, once it fully aligned and in balance?
Very good question. Before adjusting you and when doing our exam, one of the exams that we're going to do, one of the tests we're going to do, it's very simple. I'm going to feel below the occiput, the base of the skull here, and I'm going to feel for any irritation on two nerve roots back here that pass directly over the back of the atlas bone. Whenever the atlas bone is out of balance, these nerve roots, C1, C2, and there's two on the other side here as well, either side they will get irritated and they'll swell up and get sore and tender. And we're going to press in there and see if that is the case. We're going to check that before the adjustment and we're going to check it after the adjustment. After the adjustment, what we will find, if the adjustment has been done correctly, is that irritation, that soreness, will dramatically reduce straight away. That's the first indicator telling us we're on the right track with that atlas adjustment. But before we talked about if the atlas is out, the head's on crooked, and the rest of the body's compensating. That means the shoulders go out, and you'll see that quite commonly on people.
Yeah.
And the pelvis will be out of balance. Well, if the pelvis goes out of balance, what it does is it pulls the leg short. If your pelvis, that should be balanced, is out of balance, you've got two legs connected to that pelvis, and it will unbalance the leg lengths. So before we adjust you, we're going to check your leg lengths as well. Because if you're out of balance up this end of the spine, you're going to be out of balance down this end of the body as well. So we're going to check this end, and we're going to check the other end. Look for the imbalance, make the adjustment. We're going to scan the base of the skull there again. That should dramatically reduce. But then we're going to double check ourselves by going down and checking the leg lengths. Because what we should find, if the atlas is back into balance underneath the head, and the head balanced on the atlas, that the leg lengths will balance themselves out.
Well, that would be logical.
Yeah, it is. That's what I love about this technique. For me, it's all very logical. It's putting the head on straight again. If the leg isn't as balanced as we would like it to, we would rescan, and we would consider, and this is the beauty about this technique, maybe changing one of the angles just slightly. So we can fine-tune the adjustment and see if we can improve on it, to find that adjustment, those angles that work just right.